I could have worked.
Greg, are we recording? Have you started recording yet? I have something very important to say.
Go ahead.
It's been weighing on my mind all week. It's about the vampire thing again.
Oh, okay.
I've thought about it a lot. I think I was unfairly judged. I think I'm in the right. Because
oh my god, I can't believe you're doubling down on this.
Here's the thing. If this was any other creature of the night, if this was any other undead, everyone would be on my side. If I said it's not murder if it's a zombie, it's not murder if it's a mummy, it's not murder if it's a ghoul, everyone would be
what has all
John,
these years been?
Right.
We have spent years trying to show the more human side of vampires, and you're throwing it all in the trash can.
That is absolutely.
Yeah, that sounds like a bigot.
Is the corrupted media telling you that it's okay.
Oh, go watch
John.
Fox
I
News.
want to go ahead and step in here because I've been thinking a lot about this too. I just want to let you know, John, you just killed Marceline the Vampire Queen.
Marceline's not a vampire.
What the fuck?
In Stakes,
yes, Queen.
Clearly explained that she's half demon, half human, who has inherited the power of vampires.
Well, I'm just going to go ahead and
hang
cut
on,
it off.
I'm not done with the jerking off motion.
So.
Welcome to Bracket, the only show where we take a bunch of shit and face it off against another bunch of shit to see what the best shit really is. I'm your temporary host, Dan McKenney, and joining me today is John Abbott.
Hey, it's me, it's John. I would say I'm happy to be here, but that would be a lie? That's also a lie. I am happy to be here.
Don't forget about Jesse Knowles.
Hi, I'm Jesse. I cannot tell a lie. I was the one who chopped down the cherry tree.
We're on a roll.
And Emmy-nominated creator of Pretty Little Liars, Greg L. Mercer.
Hi, I'm Greg L. Mercer, and I'm so glad to be doing this right now instead of playing Overwatch. Okay, thanks for the response there, guys.
Absolutely.
Every
over,
answer
Greg?
here is going to be me thinking about Overwatch, so sorry.
And this week we are joined once again by, you may know him from Big Brother season, what was it, like a billion?
I think so.
47.
47.
Big Brother season 183.
Yeah.
Or you may also know him as the best dentist in Scranton, Pennsylvania. Please welcome back to the show, John McGuire, Donnie Mac, John Boy, John.
I can't believe you knew that name. I just got it legally changed the other day. I wasn't telling anyone, but you figured it out.
Oh, yeah.
I
We
cracked
read the
case,
blogs.
Damn those blogs. They're always... Maybe I should just stop telling them all my secrets.
I mean, that's probably for the best.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to lay off that.
This week we are doing Best Lie. Up first in round one, Group A, it's Santa Claus versus Tooth Fairy. In Group B, it's Tastes Great versus, oh, this is just what I wanted. In Group C, it's I'm fine versus, oh, they go to another school. In Group E, it's This Won't Hurt versus I'm on my way. In Group F, it's how did I fuck this up? And in Group E, it's I'll call you versus The American Dream. In Group F, it's That Looks Great on You versus My Resume. In Group G, it's Pee in the Pool Changes the Color versus Yes, I've Been Flossing. And in Group H, it's Your Pet Ran Away versus the anime entry of the week, My Uncle Works for Nintendo.
That was great.
Round one.
You put a little pepper on those.
Thank you.
Yeah, you added some colloquialism to
Just
it.
a little, though. I don't like too much pepper.
He's not really a
Okay.
pepper guy.
And this week, John Abbott is in the hot seat, which means that John has to vote first every round. Up first is Santa Claus versus the Tooth Fairy.
The classic matchup, right?
This feels like this was like a Mystery Science Theater movie.
This is my eighth
No,
grade
what you're
fan
thinking
fiction.
of is Santa Claus versus the Easter Bunny, which is an actual movie.
Yeah, can I ask what happened to the Easter Bunny? Why is the Easter Bunny not coming out?
I guess I feel like the Easter Bunny is one of those things that like some families don't even bother telling their kids about the Easter Bunny.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Easter
think I've
Bunny
ever
is like-
believed in that.
Yeah, Easter Bunny is like shitty Santa, whereas Tooth Fairy, I feel requires some actual stealth work. on
Right, the parents have to sneak into the room and get $1 or whatever under your pillow. Like
There's
that's
some
a
risk
lot of effort.
there.
there's a lot of risk. Whereas Santa Claus is just you're padded. Everybody is telling the same exact lie. There's no
the Santa Claus myth is pretty firmly established by this point.
Yeah,
thanks, Coke.
If you go against the lie, you're a dick.
Yeah, exactly. Not only can you not only is the story already there, you can't change it, or else everybody gets mad at you.
Let me ask you guys this. Do you agree that there's for me growing up, there was a hierarchy of what I stopped believing in? First I was yeah, I don't think the Easter Bunny is a thing. And then I was like,
then it was like God.
Oh, yeah, I was like,
oh, wow.
Wait a minute, what about this tooth fairy business? And then Santa Claus was the last one that I held on to.
Should we say how old we were when we stopped believing in Santa Claus?
Oh, this sounds fun.
Yeah, this is gonna be depressing. I want to say it was fourth grade, so I was 9 or 10, right?
You that?
Mine might have been just a little bit before that. And it was weird that the reason I stopped believing in Santa Claus was because all the stuff on TV kept insisting that Santa was the message of every holiday special was oh, Santa was real after all. And I'm thinking what if Santa was real, why would people have to try this hard to argue that he existed?
Here's a sad Dan story. When I was
Dan's finding out right now that Santa Claus is
when I was 8, I thought I heard Santa Claus downstairs on Christmas Eve, and so I decided, you know what? I'm gonna go see this bastard.
This is my chance to kill him and gain his power.
I wanted to meet Santa, and so I crept down the stairs super quiet. And as I crept down the stairs, I made the last creak on the step as my head peered around the corner, and I just saw my mom shoving a whole bunch of wrapping paper under the nearest furniture and just yelling, "What are you doing awake?"
Well, my mom actually has a really good method of insulation there, in that almost all of the gifts under the tree are from her, but the big gift is from Santa.
Wow.
Yeah, which I think is pretty smart.
Effort to lie. Yeah, I mean that's smart, but that's that's a crafty lie.
Mine was pretty good. I was the ripe old age of 9. I was sitting and playing Nintendo, and then the doorbell rang, and I went and answered it because that's what you do when you're a kid. And then I opened it. There were a bunch of people in trench coats and dark sunglasses. And the leader, he came up to me and he said, "Do you want the red Skittle or the blue Skittle?" And I was like, "I want the red Skittle." And then he took me to the closet and showed me where all the presents were hid in the end.
God. Here's the unbelievable part of that story is that kids don't open the door for strangers at 9.
I do, obviously.
Dang it.
I never stopped believing in Santa Claus.
I mean, we have had him on this podcast twice, so.
And you're telling me you don't believe he's real? Do you believe I'm real?
No, I don't. I'm pretty firmly sure this is all one big LSD trip. But John, I need a vote.
I think it's gotta be. I mean, the best lie. I think it's gotta be Santa Claus because everyone is in on it.
Yeah, I agree. It's a more firmly established lie, so I am a Santa Claus vote as well. It's an important lie. If we didn't have that lie, it would hurt the economy.
I guess I don't think I'm gonna.
But we built up our economy on a lie.
I don't think I'm gonna do the Santa Claus thing with my kids.
Wow.
Well, don't worry. I'll make sure they know that he's real.
Greg's gonna break into my house when I'm older and married and have kids, and he's gonna be dressed up as Santa and say,
yes.
"Don't listen to your dad."
Y'all ain't ever gonna
be you're being lied to. Except
I am gonna be a tooth fairy vote, and Santa Claus is no doubt a more important lie. But for me, as a kid, I was terrified of losing my teeth, and the lie of the tooth fairy made it a lot more fun and easy to get through losing a tooth because I knew I was getting money out of it.
I haven't lost any of my teeth, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
Johnny,
got
where's
them
your
all
vote?
still in there.
What I want to say about the tooth fairy is there's 2 reasons that I pull kids' teeth out, and one it's that it's time for it to go, it's perfectly healthy, and then the other time is because it's this decay.
They were talking shit.
Yeah, that's another good reason too. I didn't think of that one. But the other time is it's this decaying pile of smelly green substance, and I pull it out, and some parents are still like, well, can I have it to put under my kid's pillow? I'm like, you want to put that under your kid's pillow? That's ridiculous. So some people are really committed to it. I want to give it a couple points, but I don't know. Santa Claus is more widespread, and I think more people are capable of doing it, and that just gives it more power, and so it's going to have to be Santa Claus.
There it is, Dan.
I'll throw it to Santa Claus as well. There's my younger sister. I think the last Tooth Fairy she ever had. The Tooth Fairy accidentally left a $50 bill under.
Oh
her
my
pillow.
god!
No. Oh shit!
She in the darkness, the Tooth Fairy maybe thought it was a 1.
Yes.
And then you can't take it back.
Right. I would just start ripping teeth out of my head.
Yeah, and she was bragging about it to all her friends. It was a thing. So Santa Claus knocks out the Tooth Fairy 4-1. Up next we have this tastes great versus this is just what I wanted.
Tastes great is a very good, like a good fallback for me. I have learned how to say, oh, this tastes really good, because a lot of things don't taste very good to me.
Yeah, these are both like your date's parents kinds of lies vote, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or date.
Yeah,
Wow.
I guess you could say it.
Or
to your
parents.
date.
Or parents.
These are both white lies. I think is what you call them, right? These are
Yeah,
both like
Okay. I mean that's a little racist, but sure, yeah.
they're intended to be polite lies.
Someone did something nice for you. They cooked or they got you something.
This is a lie though that both of these you need to be already lying as it happens. Like beforehand, you need to lock in how your eyes are going to react, what you're going to say, the smile, the beat by beat timing of
They're very
smile.
measured.
Not me.
Exactly.
I scowl the whole way through.
Look, you guys can debate this and go back and forth all you want. I already know my vote, and I'm gonna get it in early. I'm a taste great vote because I feel like a lot of times there's out for getting like a gift that you don't really want. Like a lot of people, I feel like at least give gift receipts or whatever. You know, they include the receipt in the box or whatever. Like, if you don't like it, just let me know. We can return it.
But you can't say you don't like it.
Yeah.
You can come with some other little white line. Be like, oh, I've already got it. Oh, sorry. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. I've already got it.
I think with the "it's just what I wanted" option, they had to put a lot more thought into that than what kind of food they were going to make you. Because with the food, they already know I'm making food. It's just which one of the foods am I going to make? But with the gift, they had to put a lot of time into thinking, or maybe they didn't, but they had to choose from a bunch of different categories and whittle it all down to what they actually bought you. So I feel like I'm going to vote for that one because that's the bigger lie because you're shooting down more hopes and dreams there.
Yeah, you have to believe. Even if they didn't put any effort in, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt that they tried.
That's true.
As someone who's received way too many books from the bargain table of Barnes & Noble, I know people don't put in thought into gifts sometimes.
Yeah. I have gotten plenty of gifts that were just bags from the dollar store.
There's a clip.
I think I'm going to go just what I wanted.
There's a clip on a local news station in Massachusetts where you can see me outside of Barnes & Noble returning a gift my mom got me for Christmas and shrugging into the camera.
I remember that.
Did your mom see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she totally did. She posted it on our Facebook.
I made sure she saw it, and I made sure she felt bad.
Double laughter.
That dude saw me walk into the Barnes & Noble with that illuminated lap desk, saw me walk out with a receipt and a gift card, and was like, hey, hold up a second. Can I talk to you for the news? And I texted my mom immediately after, hey, heads up. Just so you know, because I know somebody is going to tell you.
Local boy, complete sham to the community, disappoints thousands.
Area man hates his mother. Where are votes?
I'm a taste great vote.
I'm also taste great.
I mean, most gifts, there are gifts that I received, and I'm like, I can't really do anything with this. I don't really properly enjoy this, but at the very least, it's good. You can return it, or it's the thought. I mean, sometimes the thought really, goes a long way.
Hey, you gotta eat.
It's nice to receive things, but like,
gotta eat. Don't like it, gotta eat.
I mean, I like the idea
that
I like the idea that people are like, oh, I should get him this or this, versus like, well, I know how to make tuna tetrazzini, so I'm going to make tuna tetrazzini.
Oh, tuna!
I think Johnny just perked right up at the. Oh, hey. I think it's split 2-2, and
Yes,
I think it comes down to me.
Yes, it does.
One of these lies makes me feel good when I hear it, and the other one, like, I know you're lying. And the one that makes me feel good is, oh, this tastes great, because I want to believe your palate is bad enough that that you think this tastes actually good. Whereas if I give somebody something and they're like, oh, this is just what I wanted, in my head, I'm like, I kind of did not do that great on this one. I know I didn't do great. I kind of ran out of time. It's a gift card to Outback Steakhouse. So taste great makes me feel good.
Well, there it is.
Is that where your vote is? Okay.
Yeah. Yes, John. Where do you think it is?
Okay, I don't know. It's
Taste great knocks out. This is just what I wanted. 3-2. Up next in Group C, it's I'm fine versus they go to another school.
right out the gate. I'm fine. Just bums me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
Just bums me out. Look. Here's the thing.
Impending doom.
And yeah, I mean, this goes for me across the board with all these. Like, hey, I don't think you should lie to. Well, like, you can lie to strangers all you want. In fact, I encourage lying to strangers. Absolutely a-okay in my book. But don't.
It's
don't
a
lie
fun way to
people.
spend the day.
Don't lie to people who know and care about you. Don't. If someone asks,
afternoon.
Don't say I'm fine. If somebody that cares about you asks how you're doing, if I'm fine, don't do it. I don't like it. Lot of fun to be had in they go to another school. Oh, I got a girlfriend. You wouldn't know her though. No, you don't. She doesn't really come around here.
I mean,
You wouldn't know your girlfriend either because they go to another school.
Yeah.
She goes to another school. It's in Canada. What's it called?
Right, that's what I
Degrassi?
was going to ask is if they go to another school, if we're extending this to the like, oh, they live in Canada thing, like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we went to summer camp together, so
Sure, that has my vote. I'm just bummed out by I'm fine as a lie.
yes, I'm fine has so much baggage of like, no, I choose not to communicate what I'm actually feeling. Whereas they go to another school is like, I'm trying to cover my ass and not feel ashamed right now. Please let me have this.
By what? Like, they go to another school is a lie you have to tell because other people are making you feel like shit. Like, that's...
Yeah.
It's not that much better.
Yeah, but there's less risk of they go to another school, like, entering my life at this point than I'm fine. Like, I don't have to personally deal with that.
But at that age, if I tell somebody else I'm fine, there's a 60% chance they're going to believe me. If I say they go to another school, there is a -5% chance they're going to believe me.
I knew some people who actually were dating someone who, like, went to another school and stuff.
I mean, it happens.
And we didn't have Facebook back then to verify.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, maybe they go to another school is kind of an obsolete lie now.
Or if you can
I've
pull
seen
it off.
catfish. I've seen catfish. I know how this goes.
That's true. It's sort of a catfish situation now.
Oh, do you think kids are making like fake profiles of people?
Dan, you don't even have to
Yes.
finish. I can tell you absolutely that is what is happening.
Yes, it's
Photoshop
happening more and more.
in some other person. Like
It's just
we were
uploading a picture of Cindy Crawford.
I would say
or whoever.
most kids in high school now have minimum 2 Facebook accounts, one for family, one for friends. Like that's protocol.
I got two votes down for they go to another school. Where's everyone else?
Welcome to Bracket. Today's topic: what teens don't want you to know.
I want to vote for they go to another school because the only thing that's lying about I'm fine is the actual words printed there themselves. Like nothing else about that lie. It's pretty much just like saying fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
I mean, it's very much
Leave me
like
alone.
it's pushing someone away. It's pushing someone away. Whereas they go to another school is just kind of like, oh, please like me. I mean, I guess I have to go with they go to another school, though I've never even been bothered to say a lie like that.
I was wondering, are you going to say, have you never been the person somebody says they go to another school to?
No, I mean,
you're never the kid in another school?
I've never been the kid in another school. I was lied to a bunch as a kid, and like it made me very like try to be as honest as I possibly could.
I'm gonna then go to another school vote, and I think that's a sweep.
That sounds like a sweep to me.
They go to another school, knocks out I'm Fine 5-0 in a first round sweep. Up next, it is This Won't Hurt versus I'm On My Way. Now, Johnny, please tell me, you as a dentist, you must have told this lie.
Yeah,
or maybe
so
do you
here's
do like the soft version where you say like this will only hurt like a little?
No, so here's my evolution on it. Like back when I was starting to work with people, giving injections and stuff, they'd be like, "Is it gonna hurt?" I was like, no. Like that's giving the injection that carries over to like post-op. Like after having an extraction or something, they ask like, "Will it hurt after?" I was like, "No, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it." Now I've just changed to the point where right before the injection, they're like, "Is it gonna hurt?" I'm like, "Yeah, but it's not gonna last that long, really. It's only gonna be a minute, and you're probably gonna live, which is bonus. You're gonna make it through this." And then after maybe they get a tooth pulled or something, they're like, "Is it gonna hurt for a while?" I'm like, yeah. Life hurts sometimes, God. So, yeah, when I was worried about, like, making people nervous, I would definitely make up the This Won't Hurt lie a lot versus the On My Way. Usually, when I say on my way, I am in some fashion on my way there. I'm at least thinking that I'm on my... about moving myself to go, so...
On my way is what you text 5 minutes before you leave.
Right. Yeah.
Man, see, I've made a pretty conscious decision in the last, I don't know, 5 years or whatever of my life to never, it's such a pet peeve of mine for people to say that they're on their way and still keep me waiting, that I've made a very concentrated effort to not do that myself anymore. I can't stand it. I can't stand the, it'll just be a minute, and then half an hour later, still nothing.
We should not have moved in together then.
No, I'm with John. I don't do that either. I deliberately try to text I'm on my way when I'm actually physically moving towards a location. Although I'm not as I don't adamantly hate it, but I want people to know, hey, don't worry, you don't have to wait too much longer.
Anybody who's talking to me, I'm just going to give you a heads up. You can interpret, if I text you I'm on my way, you can interpret that as I'm getting out of bed.
Yeah. If Greg tells you hot minute, that's 40 minutes.
Yeah, minimum.
As I've temporarily taken over just scheduling and a whole bunch of Cullen responsibilities, I've learned that when Greg says he is on his way to something, there is a I'm going to be on the call in 10 minutes. There's a 50% chance that I'm going to hop on that call and John is going to say, "Yeah, Greg went to Subway."
But I got back before Jesse did. I haven't stopped an episode up yet.
Sure, but this has been at least 3 documented times where I thought Greg is going to be here, and then it ended up Greg is at Subway.
Well, usually because any time I have to be somewhere, no matter how long I have before that event, I'll
cushion in some Subway
time. Do I have time for a sandwich? The answer is yes.
Not in front of the audience.
It's always Subway too. It's never.
No, that's not true. It's not always Subway.
Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Sometimes it's Chipotle. You're right, Johnny.
Where it matters.
I'm a This Won't Hurt vote because you're just trying to make someone feel good.
If someone asks me, "Is this gonna hurt?" I usually think, "Well, it's not gonna feel good." I'm not trying to lie too often.
I used to panic when I thought something was going to hurt, and I'd ask someone to be like, "Hey, is this going to hurt?" So I would have liked for them to lie to me, but at this point, if I suspect something's going to hurt, I want them to tell me, "Hey, is this going to hurt? Let me brace for it."
Yeah. It's very easy to tell when somebody's lying about, "Is this going to hurt?" because there's that gap of air between your question and no.
Yeah. I'm on my way vote, I guess.
I'm also an on my way vote just because I'm a lazy sack of shit.
I don't. My earlier comments aside, I have used on my way a couple times. Just it gives me a little bit of cushion time, and also, then I can blame it on traffic.
Traffic is the best.
Oh
my God, I love traffic.
I hate
such
this
a
discussion.
good
I hate this conversation.
Yeah, I got.
Tell you how many times I've been left waiting places 20, 30 minutes longer than I should have because people are like, "Oh, I'm on my way."
I'm on my way, but there's an accident. Meanwhile, I'm nomming on some Wendy's.
Stop! This is terrible. Stop.
He gets a quick prize. I do like Johnny's earlier bit of just like, is this gonna hurt? Hey, how about you calm the fuck down?
Is this gonna hurt? You're at a dentist, dude. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's gonna hurt. Just after doing it like 20 times a day for a couple of years, you become a little dead inside, and you're just like, yeah, it is gonna hurt. You know?
It is, and you know what? I want it to. You deserve this.
Yeah. You've been bad. You didn't brush.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be an on my way vote.
Johnny, where's your vote?
I'm going. This won't hurt.
All right, there it is. On my way takes it.
On my way knocks out. This won't hurt. 3-2. Jesse is stunned.
Stunned.
Shocked.
You won't believe your ears.
Doctors hate him. Up next, it's I'll Call You versus The American Dream.
This is pretty depressing entries right here.
Yeah, this is gonna be deep. This is gonna be a lot of feels coming out here.
I'll Call You is like, hey, yeah, we'll absolutely go get lunch. Like, I know I'm never gonna see this person again if I have anything to say about it.
I want to give people the benefit of the doubt and say that I think I'll Call You is not always like intended to be a lie. I think it's just like people are busy, people have stuff going on, people are like, I don't feel like doing anything. I told them I'd call, but like I really just don't feel like seeing anybody today. Like
I feel like I'll Call You is the one lie I tell most often unintentionally.
Well, we've seen the screenshots of your missed calls, Dan. We know what's going on with you.
That's true. I do regularly post on Twitter. Oh, look at all these unread notifications. I have 20 missed calls. I have 57 unread texts.
That is a nightmare. That is a nightmare.
I have 20,000 emails.
I had 6 unread texts today, and I was like, I got to get my life together.
Typically, when I think I'll call you, I think of like jobs. I've never had people say I'll call you. And not a lot of people say I'll call you to me. So when they do, they typically mean it. But like with jobs, it's like they'll say, we'll call you, by a certain time. And it's like, okay, I'll just expect that you won't then.
Oh man, that last day too is the worst. When they're like, "We'll call you by next Friday," and Friday rolls around. And
don't fucking talk. That was last night for me. Don't talk to me about. They were 40 minutes past the deadline of when they were supposed to call me. So I was like, "Oh, didn't get it." And then they called me like 40 minutes later and were like, "Hey, what's up?"
But Jesse, what you're talking about is really the lie of the American dream, which is that if you work hard and try your best, you'll succeed, which is absolutely not the truth. Terrible things happen to good people, because we have instituted capitalism. Boom, there I said it.
Is that what we're defining as the American dream? Because I wasn't sure. Because I'm thinking back to all these like propaganda videos of owning a house. And you have a yard, and you're a dad, and you're out front, and you're watering that yard, and you have 2 kids, and
that's my American dream. Are you taking that away from me, Greg?
I thought the American dream was that there are no cats in America, and the streets are paved with cheese.
I would love for no cats in America. Actually,
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no,
John, you cannot say that after you went on a half-hour rant about how you still believe vampires don't have souls, and
vampires do not have souls. That's a fact. That's science. Vampires don't have souls. The end.
We'll talk about this more after the show. Where's your vote, John?
I mean, I guess I'm the American dream vote, because I think I'll Call You is not often intended as a lie. I think, stuff just happens.
The American dream is definitely the more institutionalized lie. It's the more important lie. I'll Call You
is it
like
the best lie?
Well, the thing about I'll Call You, like, if I run into a guy I went to elementary school at Marco's Pizza at 10 o'clock on a Saturday, and we're like, yeah, absolutely, we should hang out. I know I'm not gonna hang out with you, Jeff Soster. I'm sorry. You live a very interesting life now, but we're not gonna meet up.
Drag him.
I'm sorry. He's actually a rap promoter now. So
I like how I want to give humans the benefit of the doubt, and then Greg's like, "No, you're wrong, because I'm bad. Here's how I'm bad."
Thanks, John. I'm an American dream vote.
I mean, I don't want to be an American dream vote because I wouldn't want to call it the best lie of any, or the best anything, really. But it is a huge source of anxiety for me, and it is something that I am still dealing with, and I guess I have to vote American Dream.
Greg said earlier the American Dream was the most institutionalized lie, but I'll tell you what the most institutionalized lie is. Till death do us part.
Ooh.
Wow.
Dad.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Some maggots coming out today.
Where's your vote?
that one's not on the list.
My parents are still happily married, for what it's worth.
Oh, well. Big round of applause for John.
Are you lying?
No.
No, his parents are together.
I need votes.
Confirmed.
I don't like either of these, but I'm going to go with I'll Call You. Just because you guys are really bumming me out with the American Dream thing, and I don't want to hear any more of it.
Johnny, where's your vote?
I'm gonna go with the American Dream because the I'll Call You lie. I only fell for that 8 times top. So then I'd say American Dream is just infinite times you're gonna fall for that. So
That's true.
Even when you know they're lying.
The most abusive relationship is our love of America.
Okay, keep going.
Guys, I didn't. Maybe the Skype dropped because I didn't hear you laugh. So just want to make sure. Okay.
Hashtag rim shot.
The American Dream knocks out I'll Call You 4-1. Up next, it's that looks great on you versus My Resume.
Don't ever lie about that looks great on you. I mean, I feel like I've never had that happen to me as a guy, but I've never seen that happen. That's always been something I've always heard about in stories. But it just seems like
lost tales from thousands of years ago.
Goldilocks and the 3 dresses that didn't fit very well.
I think the problem is we're probably too young to understand this. We need someone's input that's 50, 60 years old when not everyone's youthful anymore.
If you're at that age, why lie about it? Actually,
why not just say you've really let yourself go?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, hey, this doesn't work. Let's try something else. Because you're at the age where you're you've seen some shit. You can handle someone saying, oh no, fucking, let's not do that. That's not exactly great.
You're never going to find a husband dressed like that.
If you're still being lied to when you're 50 and 60, get your life together. Jesus.
I'm not sure I know where the age comes into this, but I will agree that I think that looks great on you is it's like a cliche at this point, right? It's a stereotypical lie. It's the kind of thing that I feel like if people are actually telling other people insincerely, it's oh, come on, you're better than that. My resume, on the other hand, I butter up resumes all the time.
Yeah.
Do you use action words?
What are action words?
It's
you start out fine with actively or
exactly.
I'm trying to think of an example.
You use a lot of adjectives that instead of just saying oh yeah, I filed papers, it's diligently and
learned organization skills.
Yeah,
I'm opening my resume.
Use words
right
like coordinate and synergy and lead, leadership.
I'm absolutely a My Resume vote. Make yourself look as good as possible, baby.
I mean, if the American Dream is a lie, you got to make your own lie, right? My Resume.
Boom! And
that's great. Jesse just swayed me on My Resume vote.
Segment on breaking the bank with Jesse Knowles.
But I gotta go buy a new car to slap that bumper sticker on it. Johnny, have you ever lied on a resume?
Well, we can't ask. You can't ask that.
I'm not on his current resume. I just mean on any resume at any point in time.
In the list of questions you can't ask someone, Dan, that's pretty high up there.
I'll take my answer off.
I never really did a resume. It's just been education, and my first job, it was a pretty informal interview, so there was no resume. So, other than the junk ones I wrote in college English that I never ended using.
Okay, Greg, have you ever lied on a resume?
I'm lying on a resume right now. Yeah, I mean, any job where I'm applying, usually I'll lie about how long I was at the job.
The best part about us moving out here, way easier to get away with lying on a resume, because they're not going to call back on the East Coast somewhere to see if you actually worked there.
Yeah, that's true.
A job that I worked at for about 6 months, I have on here that I worked there for 3 years.
Okay, that's a big jump.
That's a big stretch.
I feel like I got the fundamental fundamentals down. I could have worked there for 3 years.
You didn't want to waste your time.
Exactly. I had other things to take care of.
And that shows potential.
It's initiative.
John, are you offering Greg a job right now?
I'll take it.
Yes.
I'll move out to Pennsylvania.
All right, there's going to be some blood.
Fine. I love
You
blood.
might get hepatitis.
Unbeknownst to John, I'm a vampire. So
Damn.
Is anybody voting that looks great on you? Okay, I'm gonna call that a resume sweep.
No, because fuck you if you lie about that.
It's just not. Yeah, it's not fun.
There you go.
All right. In a first round sweep, my resume knocks out. That looks great on you. 5-0. We're moving on to pee in the pool changes color versus, yes, I've been flossing.
So someone explain this pee one to me, because I didn't swim much.
Okay.
Yeah, it's such
Did you pee a lot?
I guess.
It is such a lie that they make like little like tacky signs based on this lie to sell to people who own pools. Where like, but yeah, you tell kids like, oh, don't pee in the pool because there's chemicals in it that'll turn the water green, so we'll all know if you peed in it.
Yeah.
And you heard it here first, kids. Everyone pee in the pools.
The first day you call that bluff, it's the best feeling in the world.
Oh my God.
Great.
It just floats away.
Yeah, it cleans itself.
It's like you're in space or something.
It's like I'm in space in my backyard.
Pool's just a giant toilet, as far as I'm concerned.
You're swimming in it.
Great. I've never been more glad that we did not find a place with a pool.
Oh, come the fuck on. If you've been in any pool, it could be a newly installed, fresh, just for you pool, and somebody has peed in it. Like, that's fact of life.
Well, I only swim in factory new pools, so I just get a new one every time and I throw the old one away.
Damn. That's baller.
Well, it's tough to do now that I don't have a job, but yeah, pretty great.
Like you said, he doesn't swim much.
Johnny, I'm sure you have some things to say about Yes, I've Been Flossing.
Well, I want to guess here for a second, if I may, that dentists can tell if you have or haven't been flossing. Like, you're never going to fool a dentist by saying, yes, I've been flossing when you haven't. They fucking know. They can tell.
Yeah. So if it gets to the point where we ask you, have you been flossing? We already know you haven't been. So we're just trying to guilt trip you. At this point.
There are times where I'm like, okay, I'm going to floss, and I floss for like, not all the time, but like a solid 2 months before I go to the dentist, right? And they say, have you been flossing? And I'm like, yes. And they're like, okay. And I'm like, God, there's no winning.
Yeah, no, there's also people floss, but they don't floss correctly.
Well, that's
so
probably
all the stuff that they should be getting. It's still there, you know.
Great.
What about oil pulling? Now, is that okay? Like, does that clean the teeth?
I don't know what that is.
You've never heard of oil pulling?
No.
What is that?
Oil pulling is when you swish like water or Listerine or some sort of beverage while you're drinking.
I didn't know.
You swish, you like pull it, but you do the action of actually making it go through your teeth.
Sure.
You know. Now, does that work?
There's no way that's as effective as flossing.
If that worked, I think that they would just say, hey, do that.
Hey, I'm not asking backwoods, John, okay? I'm asking Dr. John now, please. So, just swishing. Like, doesn't swishing do the same effect of flossing, or do I need to floss, actually? So, like, oil pulling is good enough, right?
Absolutely not. No, so like oil pulling and like they make these things called water picks that basically just shoot water in between your teeth. That'll knock food out of there, but flossing's the only thing that actually gets the sticky plaque stuff that's like stuck on your tooth off of it. So, I'm going to say no on that one. In dental school, we were never taught about it, but there's all kinds of hippie dentists that say, oh, you don't need fillings. You can just pull
Rinse your teeth out. You don't need teeth.
I've never used them.
Yeah, you don't need teeth anymore, man.
Everything is just liquids now.
Coconut oil fixes everything now for some reason.
John, where's your vote?
I gotta vote for that pee in the pool because it's a fun little lie. It's this thing, and it serves a good purpose. Makes these kids stop peeing in the pool.
It actually makes me learn to not trust my parents.
Well, there's plenty of lies that should teach you that.
Yeah, if that's the first time your trust has been violated. Then
yeah, like till death do us part.
Oh my God,
boy,
Dan.
Wow, Dan, keep bringing the bummers. I'm going pee in the pool as well because I don't want kids to be in the pool. Simple as that. Simple.
I mean, Yeah, keep kids from peeing in the pool. Lying about flossing is only damaging your teeth in the long
Yeah,
run.
I mean,
You're only
let
hurting
you know,
yourself.
Bracket. We here at Bracket are here to say you should be flossing.
Good. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't care if you floss your teeth.
Hey guys, y'all want to have a floss party after this?
Ooh,
Gross.
yeah.
Gross.
Sexual floss party.
I don't care if you floss your teeth. Yeah, this is going to hurt. I don't. Do you really want this rancid ass tooth?
Right?
Where are votes?
I'm gonna be pee in the pool. It wasn't originally pee in the pool. It was just pee in the pool.
Yeah.
But my mom told me it would turn red. And I was
Oh
like,
God.
that sounds kind of cool,
It'd be
actually.
horrifying.
Oh, so that's what Jaws is about.
Hey
They
Dan.
see a shark and they piss themselves.
Hey Dan.
Hey, John.
Welcome to my ool. There's no pee in it. Let's keep it that way.
Get the
Oh my
fuck out.
God.
Where are votes?
I'm a pee in the pool vote.
Johnny
I'm
Mac?
also gonna say Pete Pool because I don't believe that other one.
PP sweep.
PP sweep.
Hold on, I gotta write this down. Okay, it was welcome to my ool.
Oh my God, we need to keep the show moving.
This is gonna be. I'm gonna kill it at work tomorrow.
Slay.
All right. So PP in the pool knocks out You've Been Flossing. 5-0. We're into the last group of round A, group 1. It is Your Pet Ran Away versus the anime archer of the week. My uncle works for Nintendo.
They killed your dog. Your dog
my pet-
died, and
my
they
very
told you
first-
it just went away.
My very first pet as a kid was it was basically just fish. It was a bunch of fish in it, and we didn't know that one of those fish was highly aggressive. And I came home one day and it had like killed and eaten part of some of the other fish. So I was really upset, and I got to watch that fish flush down a toilet. So the entire Your Pet Ran Away lie told to me was never a problem. Like, I understood very quickly what the idea of
They
pet
just
death
never
was.
bothered.
Yeah.
Jesse was familiar with death.
Yeah. Oh, I have some pretty funny stories with me figuring out what death was.
Don't embellish that. Just let it lie.
Oh my God. Your pet ran away is bad. If you're a parent out there, if you're gonna be a parent, don't just have the conversation with your kids. Please don't lie about that.
I will say, I heard from my uncle who works at Nintendo that if you put in the right code, you can get Yoshi and Pokemon.
No way.
Yeah, no, that's true. He works at Nintendo.
Your uncle
definitely,
steals?
Yeah.
My God.
as a kid, I definitely fell for the like relative working at Nintendo thing. Like when we first got like AOL at my house, like, and I was like looking for any kind of like Pokemon or Nintendo stuff. Like definitely fell for that one.
John was in the Cerulean Cave trying to catch Peekaboo.
Yep. I tried it all, baby.
I will say the number one, again, I'm going to throw some shade at my elementary school classmates. Miles Griffo tried this shit all the time. What up, Miles? Fuck off.
Greg holds a lot of grudges.
I do. I'm full of hate. I can't help it. Where's your vote, John?
I'm my uncle works for Nintendo vote. I think the other one's despicable.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well,
Because
I
it
mean,
makes
what are
a
you
kid
going to
think,
say?
Like the pet didn't want to be around them anymore. I mean, I'm an uncle who works for Nintendo vote as well. I was definitely lied to as a kid by some people who thought they knew what Pokemon would be about when it was announced. So, I mean, that's just fun. That's one of those, like, yeah, they go to another school lies, you know?
I
Please
mean,
like me.
The weird thing is, at least some of those my uncle works at Nintendo things have come true. Like, my uncle works at Nintendo. He says Sonic's going to be in the next Smash Brothers game.
Where they've come true by accident, though.
Well,
not because
exactly.
they-
That's what I'm
like,
saying. The fact that there's a Pokemon named Mega Charizard X is the most, like, my uncle works at Nintendo thing ever.
My girlfriend's mom, when she was a kid, had a pet bird. And one day she came home and the pet bird had gotten loose in the house. And so it accidentally flew out. And flash forward like 30, 40 years. And we're all just sitting around and my girlfriend's grandmother reveals to her daughter that, nope, I just set that thing free because I didn't like it.
Oh, God.
I held the cage up to the window and shoot it out.
Thanks,
And
That's the best present you can give to your enemy. Freedom!
Thought it would be fine out there. I'm going to be a my uncle works for Nintendo vote because there is some charm in there. There is some old school nostalgia. I hope kids are still doing that today.
Johnny,
I'm sure.
My uncle works for
So
Blizzard.
this is just something that probably reflects bad on us, but I don't think anyone in my school was smart enough to come up with my uncle works for Nintendo. So I've never heard of that one before.
Oh,
So
man.
I'm going your pet ran away.
There it is, 4-1.
Cool. All right. My uncle works for Nintendo. Knocks out your pet ran away 4-1. Moving on into round 2 in Group A, it's Santa Claus versus This Tastes Great. In Group B, it's They Go to Another School versus I'm on My Way. In Group C, it's The American Dream versus My Resume. And in Group D, it's Pee in the Pool Changes Color versus My Uncle Works for Nintendo. In Group A, round 2, Santa Claus versus This Tastes Great.
Santa Claus.
I think you have to
tastes great.
say. I think you have to say, like, this tastes great a lot during Christmas time, right?
That's
Like you're
true.
around family.
I feel like,
Christmas
if you're with-
loaf.
If you're with family, like you've eaten with each other before, I feel like no one's asking you, like, oh, how does it taste? Like everyone just
Yeah,
sit
you
there
can
and
say,
eat.
"Hey,
Like,
Grandma, these potatoes, you really fucked up."
Yeah. Or when your uncle brings over his new girlfriend and it's her first Thanksgiving with you all, and she brings something that hasn't been at Thanksgiving before, and you do need to taste it. You do need to take some, and you do need to say it tastes great.
I have a very specific Christmas eating with family experience that maybe doesn't line up with these stories.
Tell me more.
Where's your vote?
We eat people. I'm a man. I don't know. I don't like either one of these. That's the problem with this bracket. Is I'm just gonna feel bad.
You don't like Santa Claus?
I don't like lies. I guess I'm gonna go Santa Claus vote. Because I think it's the least harmful to someone's feelings.
You changed their life.
Yeah, but like, I think you move on from that as a kid. Like, yeah, if you find out someone's lying to you about something you made, like that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's a lie that we all hold hands and agree as a society to say, hey, this is all true, so we can all fool the people who've just come into this world that, like, hey, maybe the world's a little better than it actually is.
Well, also, we just think it's hilarious how stupid kids are. That's why I
Those
keep us
kids
alive.
will do anything.
What a bunch of dumb idiots.
What a bunch of stupid people.
I'll bet
You
they'll
could
believe
probably
there's a
tell them
magic
something.
man. Johnny,
Probably
where's your vote?
convince them that something really bad tastes really good, though.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Oh man, I would totally
You're
fuck
not
with kids.
cool enough unless you're eating this Brussels sprouts or whatever.
Oh man, kid, like these vomit jelly beans are the only things adults like, and you got to eat a whole bunch of them, or we're not going to let you sit at the Thanksgiving table.
You gotta get used to this.
I know Santa's supposed to come down a chimney, and I know we live in a city and chimneys aren't around here, but I assure you Santa's definitely real.
I need votes.
I am a Santa vote.
It's 2-0.
I'm going tastes great.
2-1.
I'm also going tastes great.
It's down to me. I'm going Santa Claus because I'm mad.
Wow, you met Santa?
Oh yeah, and he definitely
we've all
wasn't my
met
uncle who
Santa.
works at Nintendo.
You visited our mall one time.
Yeah, exactly. He's a busy guy.
Santa Claus knocks out tastes great 3-2. In Group B, it's They Go to Another School versus I'm on My Way.
John?
Junk, I'm on my way in the toilet.
We're not there yet.
They go to another school is my vote.
I'm on my way.
Ugh.
They go to another school because I think it's funny.
It is funny.
Surely the only thing controlling my vote for that.
Yeah, you know what? They go to another school. I'll lock it in.
Wow.
Thank
Dan?
you. Thank you.
I was going to be an on my way vote, but
Oh,
They Go to Another School knocks out I'm on My Way 3-2. In Group C, it is The American Dream versus My Resume.
This is
What?
the matchup was predicted earlier. But
Yeah, exactly. This is the one. Thanks, capitalism.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna talk like the better lie and not like flake around about what that means, like I think it's got to be my resume because there's nothing good about the American Dream, but being a lie. But it's good that my resume was a lie because I got a job. So
I mean, I have my CPR certification expired in June of 2011.
No.
My CPR certification,
good.
it expired in June of 2011. Just because they make you do it like senior year of high school, like okay, take the CPR test. Here's your card from the American Heart Association. But I still list that thing as current on my resume. God forbid, like they test me on that during an interview at any point.
All I know is you're not supposed to breathe into people anymore. Yeah, you just do
very little breaths and a lot of compressions there, and
it's just the compression.
It's really hard to mess it up. I mean, because you're gonna break their chest bones every single time you do it. So
that's true. The sternum is gonna crack.
Yeah, that's gonna happen,
Jesus.
and then. On top of that, it doesn't work that often. So
tremendous.
I think the most current list of steps is make sure the scene is safe, and then 2, get the AED, and just
you still do the
thing.
staying alive thing. Is that still part of it? Is that
staying alive is still part of it? Yeah, and then somebody call 911. Somebody, that's the biggest step.
You have to point to
get
somebody.
Real people there. Right?
Yeah, find somebody who's actually good at this.
You have to assign the 911 role to somebody, and then assign the AED role to somebody else, and then start breaking bones.
Another good one is you should slap them in the face and make sure they are unconscious first before you go to town on it.
Also, it's just fun. I'm going my resume because the American Dream versus my resume is probably a good name for something.
I am also going my resume because, I mean, of these two, it sucks that they're both lies, but I want to come out on top. I want there to be a positive to all of this, so I have to go my resume.
Johnny, Dan?
I'm going the American Dream just because, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Quotation mark, just wow. Close quotation mark. And that's going right up on the car with the other bumper stickers. I'm going to be a resume vote.
There it is.
So my resume knocks out the American Dream 4-1. And in the last group of round 2, it is Pee in the Pool Changes Color versus My Uncle Works for Nintendo. My 2 favorite childhood lies.
This is the kiddie table of the episode.
These are definitely some little kid lies.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say about either of them. I'd never really experienced either.
Peeing in the pool is great.
God.
Ew, it's not great.
Okay, listen, when you're a kid and you discovered that you could pee in the pool and nobody's gonna notice.
In that context, maybe.
You only think about being in the pool because you think, man, I could pee in this pool right now. That's it. If you were never told in your life, if you were always told nobody ever pees in the pool, nobody's ever done it once, and you believe that for 15, 20 years, you wouldn't know the difference. You wouldn't be able to tell.
I'll admit something to you right now.
Oh,
I didn't know that pee in the pool didn't actually change the color of the pool.
Oh, boy.
I guess I don't understand why people feel okay with peeing in a pool. How is that different?
It's not okay. Don't do it.
They shouldn't. It's not okay to do it. You shouldn't
Are
pee
you
in
telling?
the pool.
But I'm asking, how is it different from, peeing on the subway?
Well,
because you would see if somebody was peeing on the subway. You can't see if someone's peeing.
No,
so is that all
it's
that's
not just
keeping
that.
people from peeing on the subway?
No.
Not that people don't pee on the subway all the time.
There is scent. You don't smell it in the pool. You don't see it in the pool. The pool cleans itself with those fun chlorine tablets. It's a completely different thing.
Not okay.
Also, are you going to tell me that you're going to put me in a body of water for an extended period of time, and then when I have to use the bathroom naturally,
the bathroom's right inside. Just go through the sliding glass door, Dan. The bathroom's right there. It's 10 feet away.
But then I have to dry myself off getting out of the pool, go through the sliding glass door, go into the bathroom,
John,
slide down my... No, I'm not done. Slide down my bathing suit that is definitely clinging to my skin.
Too many details. That's too much.
Do my stuff, come back out, and then I'm not adjusted to the temperature of the water anymore, and so it's cold. It's so much easier to just pee in the pool and not have anybody notice or care.
Dan almost makes me want to not vote for it. But again, I think of all the lies on this list, I think telling people this pee in the pool one is the best one because best case scenario, people don't pee in the pool. So that's my vote.
I gotta go Uncle Works for Nintendo, just because, I wish I could compile a novel of all the weird shit kids make up about video games. What I wish like I had a brother who had kids or something so that I could be like, so tell me about how Nintendo works these days. And they could just make up a string of weird shit, you know? So I'm definitely a Uncle Works for Nintendo vote.
Did you guys hear about that rumor that you could unlock Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Melee?
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Wow. Well, you get 20 KOs in Cruel Melee.
Okay.
And then you unlock Sonic, and if you get 30, you get Tails.
Wow, that's pretty rad.
Yeah, pretty
I'm a pee in the pool vote.
One.
I'm an Uncle Works for Nintendo vote. I mean, it's just something fun and innocent about it.
Why would you have to work harder for Tails? Tails is so lame.
Oh, Tails
I
is
agree.
Well, you don't want to unlock Tails and never get Sonic. Like, that sucks.
Yeah, that's true.
Careful, Johnny, because John has things in the works for Tails. John, right? Like you think about Tails and Sonic and all his friends. You're a hedge head, you know.
I hesitate to say yes because it sounds like you're implying all sorts of stuff, but sure.
Where is your vote, Johnny Mac?
Nothing
It is
section.
down to you.
I would go with pee in the pool.
Wow.
Thank you. Any body of water anywhere in America, in Russia, in Europe, in Antarctica has a kid with pee in the pool. That's it.
Nowhere is safe. Nowhere.
Should we tell Dan that there's bodies of water that aren't pools?
Oh man, I love swimming in the pool by the beach. Oh, it's so great. Pee in the pool knocks out my Uncle Works for Nintendo 3-2. We're into the semifinals now. It's Santa Claus versus They Go to Another School.
Santa Claus.
One's a lie you tell the kids, one's a lie kids tell. Put them together, and it's two wacky roommates.
Where's
Going
your
this
vote?
fall to TBS.
You just broke the internet.
I guess.
Who is that? Jesse?
No, that's a Skrillex song.
Jesse. Oh my
Oh,
god.
boy,
Here comes the drop.
Something.
Holy shit, I laughed like 30 seconds ago, guys. What the hell's going on?
You got digitized. Okay, my vote
Great.
is for They Go to Another School. I don't think people should tell kids about Santa Claus anymore. Kill Santa
Again,
Claus.
I think Santa is the better lie because there's so much work that's going
It's
into
a better
it.
constructed lie, absolutely. But I feel like it is a detriment to us as people. We need to release ourselves from the shackle of Santa Claus.
John, that's exactly what the bad guys say in Miracle on 34th Street. So
Santa Claus is a lie that, like, 4 out of 5 times I say Santa's not real, but then the 5th time I'm like, but maybe. You know, like there is
True.
You get
If you say Santa's not real 4 times in a row, you are legally bound to say
That's
doesn't
how I feel about like Goku.
I mean, it's not impossible, right? Where are our votes?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Santa Claus.
2-1.
I'm going to be They Go to Another School vote.
Dan McKenney, it is down to you.
You say that like you love it.
I don't, trust me.
I am going to go with the funner, which is Santa.
Yeah, thank you.
Santa Claus knocks out They Go to Another School 3-2. Up next, it's My Resume versus Pee in the Pool Club.
My resume is probably the bigger lie.
And if you're good at it, it can be a good lie. If you're good at faking a resume,
Yeah.
If you work in a place for 6 months, you can say you worked there for a year, 1 year, not 3.
I agree.
It asks
that's
for
route,
3 years of
that's not
experience.
lying.
What do you want me to do? Not apply?
You multiplied your work experience by 6.
Okay, but like also this job requires 3 years experience. Is that also a lie?
True.
Here's an admission for you guys. I don't think I've lied that much on my resume.
I haven't lied that much. I've lied
I've
enough
stretched
to make myself look good.
I've stretched, like, I don't know when exactly I got hired or left a job, but I don't really make up a whole lot
Well, you should
of
start.
my job. I should start.
Yeah, Mr. Golden Achiever over here.
This might be a you guys problem.
I think I gotta go for a pee in the pool vote. Again, like I said, I think it serves a great purpose. Keep that pee out of the pool. But also, like we're getting at here, my resume as a lie depends on your skill at fudging stuff.
Okay, wait. I mean, let me revisit an earlier question. Johnny.
Yeah.
Did you lie on your application to Big Brother?
Ooh.
I don't think you can ask that either.
No. Actually, that's probably the most honest I've ever been. Because you want to be a weirdo to get on that show.
That's true.
So I just let it all out.
Damn, I'll get you, Johnny.
Where are votes?
You know where I am. I'm sitting in that pool.
Oh.
Dan's peeing in the pool.
I got a
Look,
watermelon wedge in one hand, a hot dog in the other, and
an emptying bladder.
Hot dog in the pool.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can keep pee out of the pool all you want, but like lying about your resume gets you a job. I have to give my resume.
Or it doesn't.
You cannot keep pee out of the
pool. Johnny Mac, it's down to you.
Oh, I'm in the pool, man.
Oh,
yeah. I'm
man.
in the pool.
Great. I'm glad we have to stew in your guys' waste.
Wait, I'm voting for pee in the pool because I want pee out of the pool.
Pee in the pool changes color, knocks out my resume 3-2. In the bronze match, we have my resume versus they go to another school.
How great would it have been to flush pee in the pool? Come on. Come on. It's got to be. These are the lies you tell at different periods of your life.
They got a point.
I think I'm gonna vote for my resume because that has the odds of getting you somewhere. The only place they go to another school is gonna get you is in like a wacky sitcom mix-up.
Well, now you kind of make me want to vote for that. Actually,
yeah, that sounds like a fun decom.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I'm on my resume vote.
All about them decoms. But it's my resume include LinkedIn because LinkedIn. Sure. Like, there's a shit ton of liars on there. If you're endorsed for a whole bunch of stuff.
Hey, you know what? Let's do this. We'll finish this show up, and let's all just go endorse each other for a bunch of stuff.
I'm a resume vote as well, so that locks it in. But Dan, Johnny Mac?
I'll throw it towards resume as well.
Johnny Mac?
Yeah, I mean, sure, why not? Sweep it.
There it is. It's a sweep.
All right. My resume takes third place while they go to another school is dirty toilet water. And we are moving into the final round of this episode. That's how the show works. We have, in one corner, the Jolly Red Giant from the North Pole, Santa Claus. And in the other corner, there's me in an above-ground pool with a ladder you got to climb up to get into. So, John, where's your vote?
Look, we brought it up a little bit before. Does feel weird having Santa Claus in here when we've had Santa Claus on the show.
That's
We've had
true.
Santa Claus on a couple times.
Yeah, I wasn't there for one of them though. So,
in fact, we have Santa Claus on the show right now. Isn't that right, Santa?
I don't know what you're talking about, Greg.
I think he's guest appearing right
Santa
now.
Yet, Greg. I don't know what are you doing?
Wait, guys, do you hear that? Wait, guys, shh. Do you guys hear that?
No, what is it?
Oh, I think there's reindeer on the roof.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think the big man might be here. What's that? Is everything okay over there? It sounds like you're throwing up. Santa!
Oh, Santa!
Frequent guest on bracket. Hey, Santa, how you doing?
Oh, what are you children doing here?
We're
about to win this thing.
We're about to determine what the best lie is, Santa.
I took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
The cartoon.
Well, as you know, Christmas in July is coming up, so I'm just taking a little bit of a breather and just visiting all across the world, all my favorite locations. I'm in the Big Apple right now.
If I may interrupt you for a second, Santa, I just want my vote to. John here. I'm voting for Santa Claus as the best lie.
Okay, so it's Santa. Okay, Santa Claus. What am I up against?
You're up against the idea that pee in the pool changes color.
Ooh. You should go with that one. I mean, here's the thing. I love peeing in pools. Nothing.
Ew, Santa! How do you even have a pool up there? It's too cold.
Santa.
It's very
Santa,
frigid.
I have a question for you.
Oh, of course, Johnny. It's so good to meet you. I've been visiting your home for many years.
Yeah, all right. Cut the small talk. What kind of cookies did I leave you for Christmas last year?
Good question.
Gingerbread, of course.
I have a question, Santa. Have you ever lied on your resume?
Oh, several times. I mean, everybody goes to grease up the wheels a little bit.
I said that I know how to code PHP.
I'm very familiar with CSS.
It's a competitive market.
It's very... Santa Claus went to a couple coding boot camps.
If anyone out there who listens to the show takes the result of the final round very seriously, they're so mad at us right now.
I'm also a Santa Claus vote, because I
have
love
you ever?
you, Santa.
But wait, Gregory.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever peed in the pool?
I honestly don't know if I have. I've been in a pool probably
I'm sure you would remember it because of how good it feels.
Gross.
Oh my god.
How satisfying it is to call that bluff when Mrs. Claus is like, "Oh, don't pee in the penguin pool," and I'm like, "It's freezing."
Penguins live in there.
There's no penguins there.
Oh, they probably pee in their own pool.
Oh, they
Santa
definitely
brought his own penguins.
Penguins are at the other end of the earth.
It's 2
Well, what
to
the
nothing.
fuck do you know?
Whoa, Santa!
Language.
2-0.
I'm going Santa Claus.
There it
Oh.
is.
That wraps it
Oh,
up.
good.
That
He's trying to
locks it
get
up.
us
You're the
to think
best
the other
lie,
one's
Santa.
bigger.
I told you Santa was real. I'm a Santa vote.
Surprise! I've been Santa all the time on Bracket. Every single time, it's me. It's Santa.
Hey, get off the mic. Put Santa back on.
Yeah, get Santa back on.
Oh, okay. Hello, children. Oh, he's a little Grinch, isn't he? Just a little piece of shit over here.
What a goon that Dan McKenna.
I'll let that one slide.
Santa, I'm gonna make an executive decision here. I want you to vote, not Dan.
Oh, okay. Hey, can I also temporarily host the rest of the season?
For the rest of this
Well-
episode, let's say.
Okay. I am going to be a pee in the pool vote.
All right, Santa, you're outnumbered.
Oh, as usual. All right. Looks like Santa Claus knocks out pee in the pool, taking first place. In second place is pee in the pool changes color. In third is my resume, and in fourth is they go to another school. Dirty toilet water.
There it is, everybody.
There it is. That's the bracket. We did it. And once again, another one.
Now, never use any of these lies again for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
you
I'm
out there in
good.
the audience.
I'll be
all the
honest.
truth.
I don't want to hear your tweets. I don't want to see any of that shit saying, "Oh, that's gross. You pee in the pool." Yeah, it is gross, but you know what? You're all doing it. You're all doing it. You're all picking your nose. You're all.
I pee in the shower all the time. Sorry.
Oh, that's
You shouldn't do that either.
that's gross.
How is that gross? There's a drain.
Look,
but
they
no one
explained.
colors the
Seinfeld
tub.
was very clear about this. You shouldn't pee in the pool.
You're building
the
up
shower.
mildew and bacteria in there. There's no
Okay, but the
chlorine
pool
tablets
is fine. Okay.
Yeah, because it's got a filtration system and chlorine tablets.
Yeah.
No one
cleaning
should
never
pee,
really
ever.
happens. Yeah, I agree with
don't
that.
pee.
Peeing is
Just-
gross.
Just block yourself up like a bear and eat grass and moss.
Wait, a bear does not just eat grass.
And it wants to hibernate for the winter? Yes, it does.
Dan might
Okay.
think that bears and cows are the same thing. Let's wrap this up, huh?
All right. Well, thank you all for listening to another episode. Thank you, Johnny, for coming back onto the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
You're always a delight. You're always welcome back. I'm not sure. Like, do you have a YouTube, right?
I have a YouTube channel. Yeah, it's the Rockstar DMD. I'm just I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing with it. It's gonna be music and funny stuff. Not that funny, but we try.
That's you know what? I like those expectations you're saying. It's gonna be funny, not too funny. But,
yeah, we're giving
just
it. We're
approach it
giving
with
it
an
our
open mind.
best.
You get what you pay for, which is nothing.
Exactly. That's the best part of capitalism. I don't know.
But it doesn't work.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you like the show, you can find more episodes at bracketpodcast.com or in iTunes, Stitcher, whatever podcast client of your choice. Just go ahead in there, search for Bracket. You're going to find more episodes. If you like, please feel free to leave a review and a rating at iTunes. That actually really gets us up the charts and gets us more listeners and helps grow the show. And if you do like it, please feel free to recommend us to your friends. If you see anybody on Twitter being like, "Hey, what's a good podcast?" You know what? We feel like Bracket is pretty good, at least most weeks. I'd say like 75% of the time, which is pretty high ratio
That
for a lot of
sounds about
podcasts.
right.
Yeah, right? Like,
behind that.
yeah, 3 out of 4. That's a pretty good shot. You're going to get a good one. You can also find us on Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram as BracketCast. We have some best of collections on YouTube. I feel like we haven't talked about those in a long time, but if you want to introduce somebody to the show, we have some highlights and samplers that you can share with your friends with some of our classic goofers.
Classic goofers.
Classic goofs.
It's very elegant.
It's a lovely site. YouTube.com.
Our most elegant jokes.
the premium reserves of goofs.
Highbrow.
You need to be in the club to
you
get
can find
access
those at youtube.com. YouTube is a video hosting site where people can stream information.
Tell me more about this YouTube.
We have a phone number that people
We
can
do
call,
have a phone number, which
even
you
though
can call
nobody
and
ever does.
No, oh, okay, Greg. Hey, we do have a voicemail box that you can call and leave us voicemails that we can play on the show. I'm not sure if we have any for this episode, but of course you can just throw us a voicemail in there, and we'll throw it up in there if you want to make fun of anybody or just be me. I'm typically the guy who calls it and leaves voicemails.
Throw it up. We're not vomiting it.
Okay.
Woo,
it is 323-676-5265. That's 323-60-SO-JANK. Right?
Yes, that's
close
right.
enough. Whatever.
Close
All
enough.
right. Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Fix it in post.
Doing a professional radio show on the